on one thing if it is. And what I usually say is you've got a dream, you've got a vision, and then you've got your destination. They're two things that are very far apart. But what's that middle part? That middle part is you. That middle part is what you're gonna do. This is not gonna come together for you. You know, it's people. The stupidest thing people say all the time is, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Like, what do you mean? If it's meant to be, it'll be. If you put some action towards it, it'll be. If something's here and something's here, they're not just gonna come together unless you put them together. You're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to put some action behind it. You're gonna have to find out what your motivation is, what your passion is, and use that to bring those two things together. Because your vision's gonna be here, your destination's gonna be here. It's your passion and your drive, that's what's gonna get you there. Like I tell people all the time, your phone, we live with our phones. And your phone is everything to you. But we don't ever think, what gets your phone through the day? It's your charger, right? It's your charger. So what charges you? What gets you through the day? That's what you need to figure out. What gets you through the day? And whatever gets you through the day, that's what you need to focus on. That's your motivation in getting you to that destination. Once you figure out what gets you through the day, you're gonna figure out how to get there. If you don't know what gets you through the day, you need to start thinking about your passion. What are you passionate about? What do you love? I thought it was gonna be a basketball player. I thought it was gonna be in the NBA. Obviously, that's not gonna happen. I still thought I could play, and that's what happened. But we all have dreams growing up, and I mean, if you haven't figured out your dream, you should start dreaming now. If you've dreamt and let it go, you shouldn't dream again. You know, we all have certain things that we're passionate about, and that's what you need to ask yourself. What drives you? What are you passionate about? What do you love? You know, because that's what's gonna get you to your destination in life. You want to be 30 years old and be done with everything you need to do. You want to be done with everything, just kind of chilling, relaxing, and being like, you know what, I did everything. You don't want to be 30 and try to figure out what you're doing for the rest of your life. Okay, so take that time now. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your goals. And I always tell people this. I always tell people when I speak, just take one thing from what I say. Take one thing, because unless you're a genius and you can take it all and just marinate it all and just, that's great. Me and you need to talk and you can give me some tips. But just take one thing and go with it. It's a lot easier to focus on one thing than it is to try to remember everything I say here. And you know, you're gonna go home and you know, your mom's gonna ask you, you know, so what happened, what went through school today? You know, you're probably gonna be like, yeah, some kid, like one-legged kid called Festus came and talked to my school. He was talking about my dreams and this and that, but all I dream about is unicorns and cheeseburgers, so I don't know what he's talking about. But no, I mean, I really want you to focus on one thing if it is, and what I usually say is you've got a dream, you've got a vision, and then you've got your destination. One thing, your motivation, it's the same thing as your passion, your motivation, what drives you. Figure that out. I figured that out very, very young, at a very young age, and it just, for me, it was my family. I grew up in West Africa, and I knew like my family was, I had to make a better life for myself so I could make a better life for them over there, because it's bad over there. So that was my drive. Once I figured that out, like, of course, like I said, I wanted to be an NBA player. That's fine, but I had a plan B. That's fine, but how hard are you gonna work at it? I'm telling you, I woke up at 6 in the morning and I would go out and play ball, but at 6 in the morning, you're not about to pound the ball at somebody's in the back of the yard. So I'm out there at 6 in the morning playing without a basketball, playing air ball. And that's the dedication I had. Of course it didn't work out, but I had a plan B and I followed through. And that's what you've got to figure out. I'm not gonna take too much time because I know, we're gonna have questions, whatever. Ask whatever you wanna ask about. Ask about cheeseburgers, my life, yeah, I'm hungry.